Hello, this is Break414 with a redstone tutorial. This is a basic tutorial on how to create and some uses of a redstone repeater infinite loop, or how I've been nicknaming it, the Fruity Loop. For another person besides Fruity Loop rhymes with loop. Now, an infinite loop is where the signal is going around in a circle and it will not stop. Now, it would of course stop if you broke one of these pieces of the system. Now, so this will keep going off and on. See how it's blinking? It will keep launching stuff. It would keep turning on and off and on and off. And since they all have the same delay, see all these openings. So I could delay that one a little more. Oh, sorry. Look, that one went off and that one went off. There's a delay between them. An infinite loop. It repeats. Instead of you just some guy pressing a button and it goes off once. This will make it repeat again and again and again. Now, this is the smallest form and the most useful. Of course, you could make it bigger if you wanted. So, like, I could do this and make it a tad bigger. Now, in my opinion, I don't see a point of making it bigger. It just takes up more room, more chance of people figuring out, say, your trap or your redstone contraption. Now, to turn on a redstone contraption is the same for this and for this one. And I guess a bigger one, or a bigger one, or a bigger one. But not a smaller one than this, because there's nothing smaller than that. You place a redstone torch down, and you destroy it. The redstone torch connects to that, sends a signal through it, up, and through, and around. And if you have to destroy the redstone torch before it makes a complete circle circuit. So, because if I just leave it, watch, it sends the signal, and this signal setting this signal, which is making it permanent on. That's not what we want. We do not want a permanently on loop. We want it just to have one signal going around. Now, of course, you can delay this loop differently. You could have this one at 4, and that one at 1, and that one at 3. And that one just stay at 2 in the loop. Now, if you're trying to make contraptions and stuff, you might want them like at the same setting. Now, of course, you can edit them, you get better, you can edit them differently, have that one 1 and that one 2. And so that the signal here is faster or slower than the signal coming out of this one, because this is the signal coming out of this one. So look, the signal for this is slower than coming out of here. There's a delay. That's even slower, that's faster, that's the same. So, that is how you make one. That's how you make it. Now we're going to go to the basic uses that I have figured out and made over in the corner over there for the infinite loop. Now, I'm going to be using the smallest size because, again, the bigger size are a waste of space in my opinion. Now this, we have it delayed. All of them are delayed all the way. So you say this is delayed 1, and then 2, and then 3, and 4. So these are all delayed 4. So it's going around the slowest this small repeater can. This is the slowest any loop can go. And see, I have it where I want it to push this sound block forward, then push it, then push it, and then push it in a circle. Now, if I were to not have these repeaters here, this redstone, all these pistons would turn on at the same time. And they'd keep turning off and on, off and on, off and on. Now this repeats, just making it so they can keep going in the circle. Because say I were to push a button, say I had a button instead of a repeater, these delayers, this would push it, and then it'd stop. This just makes it go again and again and again. Now the repeater is attached, and we'll go to the first one with no delay, besides the delay of the actual repeater. And then we have it goes, now going through redstone, it's instantaneous. So the only time it slows down is when it hits one of these. So since this one has none, it doesn't slow down. This one will go, it gets slowed down by a factor of 2. And so this push, push. This one instantaneous, all the way here. This is the one we wanted. This one delays it by 4, so I can push it. And this one is delayed by 4 plus 2, so 6 more or less. And so it'll keep going. So when I place this down, it will push the block, push the block, push the block. Now, sometimes this breaks, say if you had these at a faster speed, so you had this at a faster speed than this delay. So you had these all at 1 and this at 2. This one would send it, and this would be getting like 2 signals by the time. This would get 2 signals, this would get 1 signal by the time it lets off. It's the timing. So push, 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 net. Push, 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 net. Push, 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 net. So it keeps going in a circle. Now you're wondering, well, okay, what's the point of using an infinite loop to move a sand block around in a circle? Or, since it's Minecraft, a square. Well, now, well, besides making a lot of these around and just sticky, making a lot of noise and annoying your friends, you could somehow use this, because this right here, this technology on Minecraft, this setup kinda has been used for they've used for like reloading. I think I've seen they used it to reload a TNT cannon. That was cool. Of course, since a TNT cannon is using TNT and the TNT will run out, you'll have to of course replace the TNT instead of my little sand block just going around in a circle. Now that does not use infinite loop technology at the moment. I'm gonna probably figure out a way how to make it. That's just I'm not gonna talk about that. You're gonna be like, I wanna know what it is. All you do, you push the button, and if these weren't here, the pistons would open and drop whatever they have. So I need to add some kind of delay and stuff, and that would be another video. I just had that there because I was messing around. Of course, my Fruity Loop, infinite loop right here, and I have 2 things right here. Okay, okay, go away. I'm gonna kill you. You're gonna die by power redstone. What we have is a 5 line of dispensers. Now, of course, this line could probably go on and on and on and on. All you'd have to do is add more of these for power. And yeah, this is basically and this one is a triangle 4. Now, I have not figured out a way how to place a dispenser like right here and give it power. I don't know if there actually is a way. But the way this is set up, this is of course just going to turn it on and on and on. So make it effective, say, gun. Sentry gun. Say you see a person, you're like, oh my god, that guy's into my thing. You'd place a redstone, right? I don't want to connect. You place it right there. It's like, shoot the guy. Now, if you notice right here, see how it's kind of inaccurate? I mean, really inaccurate. That's why you need a lot of these. Yeah, okay, I'll turn that off in a moment. That's why 1 would be you'd barely hit the guy. This is more chance. You could have like, next to it, next to it, next to it. Or you could have this one. This is a line. It's like, death. That would be more useful. Say like you're. I thought I turned you off. I accidentally turned them both on. Okay, I'm gonna pick up all my arrows. Now you could have this, of course, in a line, line, line. Say your door, I guess, is there. Have a torch as a door. That is our door, even though it's a torch. And the guy's like, these are positioned differently, so it's like in your house, under your house. Guy's like, and that's hidden. He's like, ooh, someone's house. Say you have like a button, and you're like, haha, my button will protect me. That's not a button. That's an imaginary button. He's like, haha, starts launching, and you're like, I'm dying. So he'd be like, no. He makes it. If you're in your house, you'd hear the dispenser going off. He'd be like, there's an intrude alert. Or a mob. Now, of course, a button would just set it off once, so it wouldn't really kind of use. You gotta somehow get it where by setting off the button, it connects it to the loop. That I will figure out for another day. Now, use for the... And now this is the last use, besides moving a block around, shooting mobs or intruders. Now this one is, I believe they've kind of fixed it a little bit. They've, you could buy... Zombies have AIs, and most mobs have AIs that... Oh, sorry, I have peaceful mode on. Peaceful. Okay, easy mode. They have their AI where this guy will not walk off here. Even if he sees me right, see here, and I was in survival mode, he wouldn't walk off of there. Because his AI tells him not to walk off. So, you can't place it down, you can't... Sometimes you can, but it's more difficult. You can't really place it. And I kind of broke it. It's troublesome. Just watch him die to death. It's troublesome, so they won't fall off. Well, someone figured this out. I think they made a video and they called it like Super Mob or something. You could search that. I don't know if you'll find it. But by right-clicking on the above block and having only one block beneath, they will not walk off, so they will kind of glitch themselves into each other. And if you get enough, it looks kind of funny. I've had chickens with this. You kind of have to lower that block I was clicking on for chickens because they'll float down and sometimes they fall off. For chickens, and I've had chickens. I've had so many of them that if you remember, I don't know if any of you will, but those blades, it kind of looked like a blade or a top or something. Now if I break this, and they all do that number. And you're thinking, why break 4 and 4? Why'd you make a tutorial about this? Why do we need to spawn them? I'm just like, you can do this with a dispenser. I have peaceful mode on it yet again. I'm very forgetful on that. Look. And you have an auto, instead of clicking and making your annoying top zombie or top spider or blade chicken, you just have the dispenser and you're like walking around. I'm gonna make a gun that shoots zombies. And say you make one of these things and you shoot them. I'm gonna see if I can let that. Of course I can make this, this is the fastest I usually let it go. I can make it faster. It's really annoying. While that's going off, I'm going to try to make the fastest possible infinite loop. Now this one, no delay at all. None. Besides the redstone itself delaying it. It's more difficult. You have to be real quick. You have to place and then delete. This is the fastest you can make it. Can't make it any faster. Without, I guess, mods. If I'm correct, that's down. I got all these pretty. And say it was nighttime. Just if you notice, I might be a little laggy. All the zombies attacking your buddy. And so you're just like, hey, come here, Bob, or all your friends. And you just break, you're like up here hiding, and you get your pickaxe and you break it and it falls. Now, say you have to put yourself in creative mode. Because this only works because you can put a zombie egg in there. You can't really, there's no other way to spawn zombies. Well, I believe that is all. This I will get to in another video, and that one also. And look at that. And I will say this was Break 4 and 4 with Redstone Tutorials. Subscribe, comment, anything you wish. Goodbye, peoples.